It's the Suffolk County High School Hockey League here on the LI Sports Network here at the Rinks in Hauppauge. Developmental action here on the North Rink. Sachem against Kings Park Commack with Wally Mitchell on the camera. I'm Brady Campbell. Already getting Suffolk County action underway over on the South Rink is Kevin Broderick with Ryan Brannigan. But we get KPC Sachem here in developmental hockey, in which is a big game for both teams as we enter the final stretch of the regular season. Just a few games to go, and for this Braves team of Sachem, 16-0-1, 33 points. That's good enough for first place, and certainly good enough. They have a 9-point lead on Northport Huntington, and have pretty much locked up that 1 seed in developmental hockey. Their only tie came back on the 9th of February against Northport Huntington. That was a scoreless game, 0-0. But the Braves have been rolling, and they are the team to beat right now. KPC, pretty good season themselves, 10-6-0, 20 points. They sit in third place, 4 points behind Northport Huntington for second. Just 1 point, though, ahead of West Islip Gold for third. So this is a big game for them as far as seeding is concerned. They are winners of 3 straight and 4 of their last 5 games, including a 9-7 victory against East Islip almost a month ago. Sachem last played on the 11th of February, 9-2 over East Islip. And for KPC, all the way back on February 4th, last game was. These two teams have met twice this season, back in 2025, October and December. Both dominant wins for Sachem. Does KPC have a response to close out the regular season? We'll find out next here on LISN. We got the national anthem on deck. We'll be right back in a moment. Took a second, but we got there. National anthem concluded and set to go here on LISM between Sachem and KPC. Look at our starting goalies for Sachem, number 46. It'll be Bradley Skillman getting the nod. 5 starts on the season, just a 1.80 goals against. He's 4-0-1-0 on the season. He'll be opposed by number 37, Christopher Johnson, getting his first nod of the season in the starting role. 15 minutes on the clock. KPC in the home white going left to right. Sachem in the road gray going right to left, trimmed in gold and red. And the opening faceoff controlled by Broxmeyer and KPC. Goes back to Owen Neidert, certainly a player to keep an eye on for the Knights. But he gave it away. Jackson Zub's pass intercepted. And Sachem going with their top line here to start. Zub and Lovergene, the dynamic duo to keep an eye out for. And you can't forget about Clark Beltram as well. Lovergene to Zub, 2-on-2 up the ice. Beltram going to the goal. Zub to the circle, walks the slot, blocker save by Johnson. Behind the goal, Beltram tries to center it, gets popped up onto the apron. Now at the side of the goal and taken back by KPC. And fired down the ice here. Does it have the legs? It looks like it does. Icing against the Knights. .52 seconds gone in period number 1. Sachem with the quick start here. Zub, a good look from the slot. Johnson made the blocker save, and both teams make line changes as this one steered in behind the goal. Jabbed at by Zarnecki. Kept alive by Sachem, though. Puck at the side of the goal, pops out to the circle. Broxmeyer reaching for it. Cleared towards the line. McCarthy holds it in. Has some room. Walks down. Shot off a body and wide. DeMundo will come down to get it for KPC. Out to the line, held in and fired back around. Coming to get it for Sachem here. Back out, McCarthy. Walks the line through traffic off a body and wide. Ends up pinballing off the outside of the goal. Jam back in front, and it doesn't go. Johnson keeps it out. That was Lucas Finnemore. Thought he may have snuck it through here as we take another look. So he's gonna put his arms up. No, it stays out. A big save by Johnson. He's had to be good here early. Now Eddie Brace to take the face-off here for Sachem. Goes back down for KPC. Danica Herfel up the boards. And the Knights will clear it back out. Check there from Brace onto Weiss. Weiss gets it deeper though. Pelk reaching for it. Comes back to Weiss, but it's swept back out to center. And Herfel fires one across towards Neidert, out of his reach. This one ends up into the Sachem bench and out of play for a stoppage. Sachem 7-2 winners back on October the 27th. On December 20th, they won 15-1, both over this KPC team. Weiss at the half wall, steers it towards the front. Brace kept it away from the goal. Shot attempt there was blocked. Back up the boards, Weiss keeps it alive, moves it down. Pelk racing after it. Ryan will be the first one on it here for Sachem. Lost the handle though to Brieg. Brieg centering pass intercepted, cleared back down the ice by Sachem, but this will go for an icing. And the faceoff will come back down towards the goaltender, Skillman. First of 3 games here on the North Rink tonight. Final games of the regular season for the junior varsity division. Just one here on the north to close out the evening. A couple on the south as well, with Kevin Broderick and Ryan Brannigan taking you through those games. Defensive zone face-off, Zub going back in. Plays it ahead towards Beltram, knocked away from him, but it hit Zub, bouncing up in the air. His backhand pass down low, blocked. Beltram on it. Sidesteps a defender and then ran into the checks of Remsen. Cleared ahead by KPC. Forcina dealing with the back check of Zub, who pickpocketed him. Leaves it for Atkins. Jesse Atkins flying through. His shot off a stick into the ceiling and out of play. Mason Zarnecki defending that shot. Final month of Suffolk County High School Hockey League action. As Developmental, only 2 or 3 games left in their regular season. Freshman's usually the one that ends the latest. They still got a few more. Atkins, wrister redirected and stopped by Johnson. Lovergene was parked in front. Back on goal from a tough angle. And Johnson's got that one as well. Gets the whistle. Got to tie up number 24 in gray there, parked in front. Atkins looking for the stick. Just got a piece of it. Johnson all over it. Comes to the half wall. Hen steps down to get in the corner, working on Neidert. Hen goes up the boards. DeMundo waiting for it there for KPC. He'll clear the zone. And then knocked down by James DeMundo. Racing after it. However, could not beat Rodriguez to the puck. Held in by Neidert. Neidert in the high slot. Sets up Broxmeyer. His shot goes wide. Rodriguez on it. DeMundo another block on that pass. Jams one towards the front. McCarthy gets a stick in the lane. DeMundo back on it. Good shift for number 3 in white. Sends it around the boards. McCarthy in after it. He's checked by Broxmeyer. Finnemore in to help. Throws it back behind his own net. Jammed out towards the front. Skillman paddles it aside. And Sachem gets the clear. Henry Schinkel will feather it back in. McCarthy on it behind his own goal. Pass intercepted. Remsen, stick save there by Skillman. Cleared the side. Held in by Neidert. Neidert spins it down towards the slot. Pops free. Broxmeyer angles it looking for the back door. DeMundo couldn't reach it. Sends it back in front. Skillman the save. Pounces on it and gets the whistle as Charlie Remsen lost a glove in the sequence. Offensive zone face-up for KPC. Pelk wins it back. Schinkel a slapper. No traffic in front for Skillman. Break for Pelk. Pelk checked off the puck. Finds in the slot. Fanned on the shot attempt. Ties up with Bustamante. Comes back to Pelk. Pad save by Skillman. Now a couple good shifts here for KPC. Herfel shot goes wide. Ryan gets to it, around towards Russo. Kylie Russo up to Brace. Brace gets it out. Bustamante from the red line. Checked by Weiss. Pelk on it for KPC. And the Knights come right back in. Good stick there by Bustamante. Ends up in the corner. Cleared towards the line, not out. Herfel walks down the boards, plays it down to Pelk. Pelk behind the net. Centering pass. Brieg bouncing puck. His shot blocked. Pelk looking for the rebound. He was defended there, and the Braves get the clear. And Sachem, a long shift there, will sneak off all five. And then Zubak the pass. And Jackson Zub off to the races. Zub down to the circle. Backhand try from a tough angle is stopped. Beltram up top to Atkins. D to D. Fussa plays it back down to Beltram. He works it behind. Zub trying to find it in his skates. Gets on in the corner. Backhand try. Comes all the way through. Beltram a shot. Johnson way out of his crease. Kept it out. Big rebound out to Atkins. One-timer. Didn't get much on it. Blocked by Pelk. And cleared out of the zone by KPC. Does this have enough gas for icing? It does not. Just over 8 minutes left in period one. Still scoreless between Sachem and KPC. Fussa moves it ahead. He was defended by Goldberg. Now Lovergene works it in. Lovergene keeps the wheels turning towards one in front. Intercepted by Neidert. He fires it down. Put some good touch on it. Atkins back to get it. Atkins into the offensive zone. Takes it wide. Shot blocked. Moved back out. And the captain, Cam Collins, on it for the Braves. Red line and in. Foot race for it. KPC wins it. Worked ahead to Neidert. Backhanded towards the line. Collins knocked it down. Finnemore, a slapper blocked. Forcina got in the way of that shot. To the line, not out. Atkins walks in on the backhand. Flips it wide of the cage. Behind it goes. Jammed out by Hen. Didn't get through. Wrapped around. Fussa. Plenty of time. He could walk to the circle and does. Redirected wide. Halfway through period one. Out to the line. Atkins settles the bouncing puck. Works it to his backhand. Takes it down to the circle. Tough angle try off the outside of the post. Back out Fussa. Tried to throw one in front. Fanned on it. Still got through the Finnemore, but he fanned on the shot as well. Atkins. D to D. Fussa jams one towards the slot. Collins checks. Spins a backhander down low. Hen defended by Neidert. Good stick lift. Getting a shot away was Collins. It's still loose, and we get the whistle. All this chaos. Camden Collins point blank denied. Johnson falls on it. Can't see it though, and right as the ref blows the whistle, you see it comes free there at the end. 6.5 left in the period. And now Sachem on the pushback. A couple of good shifts. Comes back to Zarnecki. He'll wrap it around. Rodriguez waiting for it. Sends it right back where it came from. Schinkel We'll get to it here for KPC. Gems it up the boards. McCarthy just able to work it around Remsen. Bustamante from the circle on goal. Glove save, still alive. Broxmeyer a chance to clear, and he will. Also go down the ice, though, and be an icing against the Kings Park Commack Knights. Schinkel to take the draw against Iani. It's one back. Check that was Remsen for KPC. Centering pass ripped across. No one there for Sachem. Turned over. Russo down low. Shot fanned on and kept out by Johnson. We'll get another look here. Off the turnover. Tied up there. Russo able to find it. Sees a teammate down low. The shot just fanned on in tight. Tie up at the dot here between Remsen and Iani. Now it's cleared ahead. McCarthy on it. His shot blocked by Remsen. Kept it in the offensive zone. Now it's worked back out by KPC. Rodriguez, that one stays in play. Close to hitting someone there on the KPC bench. But now it's Zarnecki working through Iani. Zarnecki collided with someone, stumbled down, worked it ahead to Schinkel. Schinkel back in, cuts back, wraps it around the boards. Liam Ryan with the cutoff, but it's wrapped back up the far side wing, and Russo reaching for it. Zarnecki pinches down to get it. Zarnecki to the circle. His shot goes high. Broxmeyer looking to get it deep. Could not. Comes out to Schinkel. Throws one towards the goal. Kicked out. Rebound. Damundo denied. Couple good saves there for Skillman. Under 5 minutes left in the period. Schinkel backhands it in. McCarthy to Bustamante. Flips one across the ice. Back in comes Sachem. Ryan at the line. Zub stays onside. Ryan checked by Schinkel. Zarnecki over the help. Up the board. Zub keeps it alive for Sachem. Zub to the slot, trying to get his hands free. Zarnecki into help for KPC. Centering pass, and Mason Zarnecki gets a stick on it. Tie up in the corner. Beltram moves it back down low. Schinkel up the boards. Kept alive by Sachem. Shot towards the goal. May have been redirected again by Lovergene, and making the save was Johnson. Deflected, no icing. Cleared back out to center. This is Schinkel. Gets it in deep past Bessendorfer. Now Ryan. Pelk, good work there at the blue line to hold it in. It comes right back to Ryan, though, and this time he'll get it out. Zub working on Neidert. Owen Neidert gets the steal. Neidert gets through Lovergene. It's just onside. Neidert, a shot. Trickles out of the glove, but we get the whistle from the referee on the far side. And the stoppage as we take another look at this chance for Sachem. Lovergene parked in front again. Not sure if he got a stick on that one, but through a ton of traffic there. Johnson makes a save. 3:19 left in the period. Comes out towards the blue line. Look out, Hen with the intercept. He'll get it deep. Fell back on it. No icing. Towards Cullinan. Couldn't get it out. Atkins holds it in. Goes across to Fussa. Fussa, quick cut there around Goldberg. He walks in, shoots, save made. And pouncing on it is Johnson. Both goalies making some big saves early. This was a few moments ago. For Skillman. Kicks out that point shot, and then Damundo, a great look, point blank on the rebound. Couldn't get it past him. And it comes to the half wall. You saw the coach directing Owen Neidert there, and worked out perfectly for KPC. And here he comes, number 91 in white, whistles one wide. It gets wrapped around Goldberg, couldn't hold it in. Now Herfel. Pass Goldberg. Fussa tried to keep it alive. It hit Goldberg. Centering pass Cullinan. Cullinan to the backhand. Good play that time by Collins to take it away. Finnemore to Hen. Hen looking for the toe drag. Great stick by Herfel. And Herfel leads the rush back up the ice and gets taken down. Draws a penalty. That'll be the first of the game. It's going to be tripping against Collins. So it's the Knights back to the power play. For the first time tonight with just 2:12 left in the period, it'll be a player advantage here for KPC for almost the whole frame. Zubin, Lovergene out there defensively for the kill, and certainly want to keep an eye on those two. Can bring the offense as they get the clear, they get things started. Pops out towards Johnson, he'll leave it for Zarnecki. Zarnecki with the flip to Remsen, and Charlie Remsen leads the rush back in. Curls back at the circle. Knocked back towards the line. Zarnecki holds. Loads up a slapper. They score! Zarnecki saw bodies in front. He let it go. It hit a Sachem defender. It's a PPG for KPC. They lead it 1-0. Looks like he might be looking for the slap pass back door. That's going to hit the skate of Rodriguez. Tough break there for him and Sachem. But if you're KPC, you'll take it. With 1:46 left in the first period. Does Sachem have the answer? Remsen will get it deep once again. Here's Rodriguez. And Rodriguez, the defenseman, going to lead the rush up the ice for Sachem. Looking for numbers. Zarnecki the steal, though. Outlets to Damundo. Remsen will get it in. Gives it up, though, to McCarthy. This pass gets through Bustamante. Broxmeyer. McCarthy hammers it back out. Now Zarnecki. Snaps one across, off the stick of Broxmeyer and in. McCarthy beats him to it, right back out. And with 1 minute to go here in the first period. 1-0 lead for the Knights of Kings Park. Commack, it comes back to Rodriguez. Zarnecki steps up, keeps it alive for KPC. Zarnecki below the goal line, centering pass up in the air. Glove down by Skillman, and Sachem will clear. This will go down and be an icing with 35.3 on the clock. So Mason Zarnecki gets his 8th goal of the season. His 13th point. Broxmeyer gets the lone assist. His first assist of the year to go along with his 3 goals. And it's a big one for the Knights. Zarnecki couldn't hold it in the face-off. Passes one across, chip back in, final half minute of the frame. Pelk and Weiss. Weiss goes down to the ice, cleared out by Sachem once again. This will go down and be another icing. We have 16.4 left on the clock. Pelk wins it back. Zarnecki from the slot fires one wide. Liam Ryan on it with 10, jams it around the boards. Comes down towards Pelk, he couldn't reach it. Cleared out to the line, 3 seconds left, back down to the corner, and that'll take us to the end of period number 1. The lone goal, a power play tally from Mason Zarnecki, and it's the KPC Knights out to the 1-0 lead. We'll take a brief timeout for intermission. When we come back, period 2 action on the way here on LI Sports Network. Back for the second period on LI Sports Network. I'm Brady Campbell, joined alongside Wally Mitchell. Developmental hockey action, 1-0 lead for KPC over Sachem. On the power play goal from Mason Zarnecki late in the first period as KPC looking for an upset here over the undefeated Sachem squad. And the face-off controlled by the Braves. Centering pass, Hen. Had it defended away from him at the last moment. Finnemore keeps it in. He'll get it deep. Comes all the way around towards Kieran Cullinan. Tied up by Hen, though. And Hen will keep it in. Second attempt backhanded out, though, by the Knights. Hen back in. He goes down. Arms stay down. Don't believe the Sachem fans quite agree with that, but it comes around to Goldberg. He gets the clear. And Ryan back on it for Sachem. Just able to work it around Goldberg was Ryan there. Held in the offensive zone, though. Neidert going to go to work against Collins. Neidert swings it back towards the line, intercepted by Hen. He takes it up the ice. Finnemore trying to join the rush. Hen to the circle, shoots, fought off by Johnson. Ryan trying to work it back in. Second try, got it through Goldberg. Johnson out to stop it. They'll leave it for Schenkel. Schenkel for Neidert. As Neidert splits through the forwards. Now cuts to the outside on the defense. Oh, and Neidert in, and that one blocker away by Skillman. Bessendorfer goes down, as does Ryan. Slid in front, and Forcina defended by Ayani. Schenkel will fire it back around the boards. Ryan hustling after it. He'll get to it. Sends it back around towards Bessendorfer. Up towards Ayani, it got through him. Schenkel right point, holds, Wister. This is wide, comes to the near side. Work down past Forcina. On it here, Liam Bessendorfer. Goes up the boards, held in again by Schenkel, works through Ayani. Sees some room down to the circle, lets one go, blocker save. Rebound, Goldberg on it. Fanned on his shot attempt. Comes back to the line. Neidert, it's knuckling as he lets that one go, and it goes wide. Penalty upcoming again. There's at least one against Sachem, and Goldberg got knocked down by Bessendorfer. Cross-check down in front. The official call will be interference. As Goldberg was getting up, he gave a shove back to Bessendorfer, but I believe there's only one penalty here. And it is. It's only interference against Liam Bessendorfer. And the 1-for-1 KPC power play will go back to work. Atkins, Fussa, Zub, and Beltram, the killers for Sachem. As it comes towards the slot, intercepted, and Sachem will clear. Zarnecki out there with Herfeld defensively. Broxmeyer, DeMundo, and Remsen, the forwards here on this first power play unit for Kings Park Commack. Remsen reaching for it. Atkins with the long reach, swipes it away from him, and he'll race over to it and clear. Beltran tied up to the board. Zub had it knocked away from him by Remsen. Remsen cuts the slot. Charlie Remsen, his shot goes high. Cleared out to the corner. Beltram racing over to get it for Sachem. He'll clear it out to Zub. Foot race here with Herfel. Johnson out to come get it. Just got a stick on it before Zub could get there. Beltram steps up. He's going to have a look from the circle. His shot goes high. Halfway through this KPC power play. Now the potent penalty kill offensively for Sachem going to work here. Herfel able to chop it away from Beltram. Comes around to Remsen. Plays it out, Zub. Bouncing puck, gloved down by Johnson. They'll keep it alive for Zarnecki. Sachem sneaking in a couple changes here. As Zarnecki with the lone goal. Flies up the ice. Zarnecki down the slot. His shot kicked out by Skillman. And it gets flipped back out of the zone all the way down. Johnson will stop it behind the goal for Herfel. Kept it away from Hen around the boards. Rodriguez stumbled down. Now out for numbers here towards the end of the power play. Broxmeyer will hammer the shot wide. Wrapped around the boards. Back to 5 aside. Herfel steps up, down low out of the reach of Broxmeyer. Bouncing puck. Remsen swept it right in front. Finnemore pokes it away from Zarnecki, and he leads the rush ahead, trying to get past Herfel. Hen going to the goal. Finnemore off the apron. Zarnecki left it behind the goal, and Hen's the first one on it. 5 minutes gone in period number 2. Still a 1-0 game, but Rodriguez towards the goal, redirected down, and just off the outside of the net. Takeaway, shot wide there by Finnemore. Collins on it, defended by Herfel, flipped it towards the goal, blocker down by Johnson. Collins moves it back behind the net. Only one there is Zarnecki. He'll have some time. Now as he loses time, works it ahead to Breek. Brendan Breek plays it out. Forced right back ahead, Rodriguez. Finnemore checked by Zarnecki. Stays on it, play onside. Gets it deep. Danica Herfel. Take it behind her own goal here. Eyes up. On to Pelk. Delayed offside, and as Pelk brings it in, we get the whistle. Pelk will hammer it back towards Neidert. Neidert the head towards Weiss. He couldn't reach it. Played back out and fired back in by KPC. Liam Ryan, first one on it. Pelk in on the forecheck. Ryan puts it behind the goal, centered out in front, cleared away. Michael Bustamante sends it down. This will go for an icing against Sachem. 8.5 left in the period. Sachem freshman team in action next, as they'll do battle against East Islip. And to close out the night, JV hockey, final game of the season for KPC's JV team against Longwood. Neither. Shot, wrister, gloved and held by Skillman. Easy one to track that time for number 46 between the pipes. And the Zub Lovergene Beltram line will go back out there here for the defensive zone faceoff. Comes back to Ryan. He'll take it behind the goal. Around the boards, Beltram. Got by him. Zub will jam it out. Worked back out. Neidert gets to it. Neidert looking for the red line. Gets there. Checked by Lovergene. Gets to it though. Puts it in. Delayed offside against KPC. That allows it to be cleared ahead by Lovergene to Zub. Jackson Zub down the wing. Beltram to the goal. Zub to the forehand. He's stopped by Johnson. Zub back to the forehand, looking to stuff it, couldn't get it to go. Take another look a few moments ago as well at the point shot from Rodriguez that was redirected down and just wide. Steered wide off the face-off. Hen reaching for it. Schinkel stumbles down. Hen centering pass cut through Finnemore. Atkins holds it in and gets it down to the corner. We played half a hockey game. Kings Park Commack holding on to a 1-0 lead. Fussa down towards Collins. Collins off a stick in front. Schinkel defending Hen. Pop back out towards the slot. Finnemore defended by Remsen. Broxmeyer ahead to Mundo, puts it down the ice. It'll miss the goal and just become an icing. Only developmental game of the night here tonight. Fussa shot blocked down by Remsen. Remsen going to lead the rush back out for KPC. Remsen works in, takes it wide, takes it down to the corner, flips it out in front, intercepted, and Hen off to the races for Sachem. He's got two trailers behind him, a 3-on-2. Hen going to try and do it himself. Backhand shot goes high. This is Schinkel. Henry Schinkel works his way out. Springs Remsen. Cuts back on Atkins. Back to the backhand. Throws it across. Mundo reaching for it. He stopped. Rebound. Backhander wouldn't go either. A big save for Skillman. Fired back in by KPC. Fussa back on it. Plays it out towards Collins. His backhander gets back out. Herfel will steer it back in as her teammates complete a change. Here's Fussa. Navigates through neutral ice. The defenseman here by himself. While his team completing changes. Only a couple Sachem players out there for a solid couple of seconds before they complete the change. And Atkins tried to stuff it. He couldn't get it through Johnson. It's cleared back out. Kylie Russo puts it back into the attacking zone. Schinkel there for KPC. Schinkel ahead towards Pelk. Defended by Fussa. Schinkel will wrap it around the boards. Fussa back on it. Goes up towards Bustamante. Herfel stepped up at the red line. Kept it away from Bustamante. Now Atkins back on it. Finds a path through. Atkins takes it wide. Atkins snaps one on. Johnson able to pin it somewhere in his pads and get the whistle. Good save there by Johnson. A good couple saves here by Skillman. So a little bit of daylight there in that first shot by DeMundo. A backhand one in tight. Could be tough to track sometimes, but a good save once again by Skillman with the blocker, keeping his team within one. Under 5 minutes to go, second period. Clean win there by Zub out of the reach of Rodriguez. We'll go back to get it. His pass, glove down by Zarnecki. Gets through Beltram. Beltram, though, with the stick lift. Puck left behind. Zub reaching for it. Forcina takes it. He went to shoot. Blocked off there by McCarthy. Around it comes. Beltram couldn't get through Zarnecki. Looked like it would have been numbers for Sachem there. Beltram this time got it from Zarnecki. Leads a 3-on-2 rush. Up ahead for Sachem. Flips it in towards Zub. Played down towards the corner. Zarnecki back up the boards. Rodriguez had his shot blocked by Goldberg. Swept it towards the high slot, intercepted by Forcina. He'll clear. McCarthy gets to him. Forcina there at the red line. Up in the air, glove down by Forcina. Neidert takes it. Neidert navigates through neutral ISO, and Neidert takes it wide. Neidert then back to the backhand. He's stopped. Rebound still loose at the top of the crease. They score! Kieran Cullinan. 2-0 Knights. What an effort by Owen Neidert. There's a reason why he is the team's leader in offense. It comes out to Cullinan, though, who's able to jam that rebound home. So Cullinan from Neidert. Sachem in the place where they haven't been much this season. Still plenty of time, 3:40 left in the second. How will they respond? They get the dump in here off the faceoff, 3.5 left in the second. It comes around to Collins. He's checked by Remsen. And Broxmeyer will flip it back out. DeMundo heading after it. Liam Ryan will beat him to it. Goes up the boards. Remsen defends him. And it comes back out towards Remsen in the circle. Low circle defended by Collins. Collins ahead towards Hen. Tied up by Remsen. Collins takes the puck back, gets it deep. Herfeld back on it for KPC. Around the boards, DeMundo able to knock it down. Ahead to Remsen. Broxmeyer looking to join the rush. Remsen across. Broxmeyer couldn't settle the pass. Cleared out by Sachem past Herfeld. Hen racing after it. Herfeld just able to sweep it away. Broxmeyer will get it into the zone. Right to Atkins, though. And it's flipped ahead here. Whether that was Bessendorfer, but taken away by Herfeld. Remsen had the stick knocked out of his hands. Here's Ryan back the other way. Ryan brings it in to the high slot, cuts back, fanned on the shot, comes back to him. He steers it down to the corner. Daniel Hen, the first one in on it. Lovergene to the goal and ends up in the net. Hen was able to sneak it through. Sachem on the board. Hen loses the handle here. And despite being pressed up against the post, it got through Johnson. They don't ask how, they ask how many. Sachem will take it. 1:59 left in the period. We're back to a 1-goal game. And now imperative for KPC to not be pressed back on their heels here, and they're not, as right back in comes Neidert for a shot. Swallowed up that time by Skillman. Hen's goal unassisted, they rule it. With just a minute 59 left here in the second, and Sachem has life once again. Fussa, fanned on the clearing attempt, now works it out. Here's Brace. Brieg gets to it. Brieg is checked. It's jammed ahead. Alexander Pelk. Back in. Checked down by Atkins. It's going to be a penalty. Atkins with a pretty good hit there on Pelk. The ref's going to rule it a penalty, though, here. He didn't have his numbers facing him, but it wasn't all that close to the boards, and he seemed like it may have gone with the shoulder, but I'm not the ones making the calls. Neither are the parents. 1:21 left here in the second. KPC with their third power play of the game. They had one with just over 2 minutes left in the first, and they capitalized. Now with a little under a minute and a half left in the second, can they capitalize? Neidert stumbles down at the line, couldn't hold it in. He'll just fire it across while his teammates touch up. Rodriguez ahead to Beltran. Racing after it with Neidert. Neidert puts a shoulder into him. And starts the rush ahead. 1 minute left here in the second period. Neidert back in, just onside. Tried to sweep it in front off the outside of the goal. Brieg reaching for it. And comes out to the line, knocked down by Schinkel. He'll take it back out to the neutral zone. Weiss racing over, took the glove right out of the hands there of Clark Beltran, who will race over to grab it as it comes back out. Half a minute left in the period. This is Brieg. He gets it in. Neidert racing after it, gets to it. Owen Neidert trying to cut through. Couldn't get by, and it's poked back out. Beltran short-handed, trying to get through Schinkel. Rodriguez in to help. Rodriguez with 10 left in the period, gets it deep. Neidert back on it. Time running low here. Will he get a shot away? It's going to have to be a long distance one. He will not. And there will be 39 seconds of power play time for the Knights. Going into the third period, right where they started at the end of the first. They lead by one. It's a 2-1 hockey game. KPC looking to close out this one along. 15 minutes on the way next here on LISN. .30 minutes down, 15 to go on LISN. I'm Brady Campbell, joined alongside Wally Mitchell on camera. It's a 2-1 lead for Kings Park Commack over Sachem. And 39 seconds of power play time for the Knights. They've had all three power plays so far in this game. They're 1 for 2. And the puck is down on period 3. A Sachem team that has a 0 in the loss column. A KPC team just 2 spots behind them in the standings. Looking to pull off the upset here late in the regular season. Hen back in short-handed. Trying to dance through. Couldn't get by Zarnecki. And back out with it comes KPC. Jammed ahead by Goldberg. Lovergene will work it deeper. Final seconds ticking off the power play. Hen gets a stick on that pass. couldn't get by. 2 seconds and 1. We're back to 5-a-side. Atkins out of the box. Back in for Cena. He was checked there. Sachem navigates another kill. Now goes to work 5-a-side. Bessendorfer works it ahead to Ryan. Ryan, a nice pass on to Collins. It popped off his stick. Zarnecki races to it. Over to Cullinan. Cullinan flips it ahead, intercepted by Lovergene. Mason Lovergene takes it wide, dances around Schinkel to the backhand. His shot blocked by Zarnecki, swept back towards the goal and blocked. Lovergene looking to take this game over, goes up top to Bessendorfer. Wrist shot, Lovergene reaching for it. No one can get a stick on it. Back out Bessendorfer, center point. To the backhand, tried to work it ahead, intercepted by Goldberg, trying to pull away. Goldberg to the circle, flipped one wide. Ryan racing back on the back check, didn't make things easy for him, and now it's Lovergene back the other way. From neutral ice on goal, patted aside by Johnson. Ryan tying up with Ashton Goldberg. Check there into the boards, popping back up. Here's Schinkel. Zarnecki races ahead with it. Remsen with him. Zarnecki down to the circle, opens up, shoots, blocker save by Bradley Skillman. Collins high flip back out. Schinkel back on it, Russo in on the forecheck. Schinkel gets by Russo. Now Finnemore chasing after him. Schinkel finds a path in. Quick cut back. Flips one towards the goal, blocked down by Andrew McCarthy. McCarthy up the boards. Got through Ayani. Schinkel kicks it, keeps it. Brace will find it for Sachem and finds a path out. And here comes Eddie Brace. Redlining in. Herfel works it ahead. Russo back down low. 3 minutes gone, third period, 2-1 KPC. McCarthy was the only one that could find that puck. He stepped up. McCarthy looking for one more dangle, couldn't get through Herfel. Back towards Ayani, he kept it in, but Broxmeyer works it back out. Now it's Rodriguez. Plays it ahead, but Herfel there to take it. Ayani defended there by Remsen. Remsen back in. Takes a big hit there by Brace. As he wrapped it around the boards, it's going to be a penalty here against Sachem. As KPC, 1 for 3 on the power play, goes back to the advantage here. Face off to the left of Skillman. Big moment here in this hockey game. Pelk on it. Centering pass intercepted by Beltran. Works it towards the line. Zub with a full head of steam, shorthanded. Zub takes it wide. Zub curls back. Atkins wants it at the point. Zub digs and dives. Zub trying to get all the way through. Tried to kick it back to his stick. Couldn't get there. Beltran right through the crease. Zub up top for Atkins. Traffic in front. His shot through a screen blocker the way by Johnson. Beltran. All Sachem here shorthanded so far. Atkins a shot. Bouncing up in the air. Zub trying to steer it towards the goal. Johnson pokes it away and then made the save. Game-saving stop by Chris Johnson. Thought he might try and cover it there to freeze the play. Poked it away. Clark Beltran the look. Game stays 2-1. It's all Sachem here on the penalty kill right now. KPC, despite the player advantage, on their heels right now. Zarnecki behind the net. Heading on the forecheck. And the goal scorers for KPC connect here. Zarnecki wraps it around to Cullinan. Neither defended. Lovergene will steer it back in. Kieran Cullinan has the go-ahead goal right now. His only goal this season, but it's Lovergene back in. Johnson the save, the rebound. Great stick by Zarnecki. And that one hit the netting. We're going to play on here. Now Zarnecki back on it. Players tied up in the corner. Zarnecki leads the rush back in for KPC. Zarnecki has got one power play goal. Great play there by Atkins. Outlets to Hen in the final 20 of the power play. Kept alive for Forcina. Forcina trying to drag it through. Atkins going to get by. Hammer down the ice out for Zarnecki. Final seconds of the power play. And this will be offside. Three seconds left on the power play. As Brace up and set to return. Sachem needs one more player, and over the boards comes Ayani. Out of the box comes Brace. Massive kill for Sachem. They spent a decent amount of it in the offensive zone. Remsen back in. Remsen on the backhand. Shot sticked aside by Skillman. Up the wall. Herfel steps up, keeps it deep. 9 minutes remaining here in the third period. Bessendorfer ahead to Brace. Remsen back on it. Skates it in for the Knights. Remsen up top. Schinkel loads up the shot. Got it through traffic. Glove save by Skillman. He'll freeze play. Defensive zone draw win for Sachem, but it got called up there in the linesman. Remsen looking to do something with it, but it is Nicholas Ayani back out for the Braves. Gets the red line, looking for the blue. Took a bump from Schinkel as he brought it in. Takes another bump from Schinkel. DeMundo back out. Rodriguez will fire it back in. Herfel gets back to it. Dangerous pass, knocked down by Lovergene. Lovergene kicks it down to the corner. Lovergene steers it in front. No one home on the other side. DeMundo will jam it back out. Rodriguez races back on it. Hammers it ahead. Close change there for KPC. But now it's Lovergene taking it back in. Herfel, a great stick. Lovergene would have been gone. Pelk. Defended by Russo. Alex Pelk. Stays with it. Ayani and Lovergene combine for the takeaway. Lovergene splits through. Brings it in. Shot misses wide. Off the end boards halfway through period 3. Score's not changed since the second. Pelk will flip it back out. Here's McCarthy. Gets through. That's offside. There's Bustamante, a step or two ahead of the play. KPC looking for the upset victory as they go and finish out their season in these final couple of games. Their next one next week, the 7th, Saturday, against Commack Gold at 6:30. Sachem, their next game not until the 16th, 6:40 p.m. Also against the T-Birds of Commack Gold. Flipped back out here under 7 minutes to go. Owen Neidert back in. Neidert off a stick perhaps. Left pad save there by Skillman. It was Neidert's play that led to the Cullinan goal. That made it 2-0 at the time. Herfel at the red line back in. Hit the ref/linesman there. Well, Sachem a chance to clear, but Neidert takes it back to the slot. Lets one go. Stopped by Skillman. Atkins jams it ahead and back out. Herfel waiting on it. Russo on the forecheck. Collins steps up. Russo swings it ahead. Picked off by Neidert. And the skates there, Bustamante. Pelk able to find it. And Pelk comes back in. Pelk to the circle. Long goal. He scores! What an individual effort by Alex Pelk. And with 6:07 to go, KPC leads it by 2. What an effort here by Pelk. Knew he had to get a quick shot away, though. Puts that right inside the post. And for the second time today, Sachem trails by 2. They got a big goal late in the second to get back within 1. Can they get another big couple goals here? They get it towards the net immediately. Same Zoop on the backhand blocked. Under 6 minutes to go. Comes out to Ryan. Watched by Goldberg. He gets it down towards Beltran. Goldberg and Zub come together. Zub gets his stick free. Puts it past Goldberg in the circle. Zub to the slot. To the backhand, it goes high. It pops back out in front. Jam just wide. Not sure if Johnson got over to get a piece on the try from Hen. Ryan dances at the line. Goldberg on defensively for Cena the takeaway. He forces it down the ice. Bessendorfer. Back in. Clear to the line, not out. Ryan looking for a shooting lane. Takes it down the boards. Zornecki gets in the way. Up to Goldberg. Backhanded to the line. Waiting for it there. Bessendorfer loads up a slapper. It goes wide. Under 5 minutes to go. The number 1 team in the division on upset watch as a shot gets knocked down by Forcina. Beltram hard into the boards. Goldberg clears it back out. Bessendorfer just out of the reach of Zub as the Braves touch up. This is Hen. Hen back in. So the circle takes it wide. Still plenty of time for a team of Sachem's caliber. But can they get one to go here as Hen swings it in front, comes all the way through. Ryan hammers one, blocked back out to the line. Bessendorfer back to Liam Ryan. Ryan towards the goal, redirected and stopped by Johnson. A great shift for Sachem. Nothing to show for it. 4:04 left. Both teams will make changes. 5 fresh out there for the Braves. Rodriguez, Collins, Lovergene, Finnemore, and McCarthy. Face off to the left of the goalie Johnson, who's been outstanding so far tonight. It's Neidert on the face-off win for KPC. Neidert takes it wide past McCarthy. Oh, and Neidert shoots, save made by Skillman. Broxmeyer jams it in front. Great stick by Lovergene, kept it away from Demundo. Now Lovergene gonna hunt it down. Finnemore with him. Neidert hustling back defensively. Lovergene across to Finnemore, looking back door, just on the wrong side of Lovergene. Back out to Rodriguez. Down the boards he goes, and it's deflected back out. Now it's Remsen. Good stick there by Mason Lovergene. He'll jam it in. Herfel plays it right back out. McCarthy over to get it. McCarthy will put it back in deep, coming out of his goal. Johnson will slow it down for Herfel. Herfel back behind the net, steers it around towards Demundo. Remsen leaking out. Remsen racing after it. McCarthy hustling back defensively. Remsen forced to an outside shot, gloved and held, and the ref gonna for Skillman to play it there. Great hustle there by McCarthy to not make that an easy breakaway chance there for Remsen. Rodriguez with under 3 minutes to go back in. Rodriguez looking to get through Herfel. On goal, kicked out, big rebound, played away by Neidert. Off the glass, off the stick of McCarthy and back out. Here's Broxmeyer. Back in on goal. Skillman will leave it for Rodriguez. Rodriguez. Good stick at the line by Neidert. Here's Pelk with some Braves in the change. Tried to throw across ice. McCarthy got in the way. Pelk trying to get through Zub. Could not. Keep an eye here on Skillman. As Zub, red line now, blue line, and in 2 minutes to go. Zub cuts to the slot. Zub to the backhand. Would it go? Rebound, score! Not done yet. Clark Beltram. 3-2 hockey game. And you knew Jackson Zub would turn it on in the final minutes. A huge save there by Johnson. He gets pulled out of the net, though, wide open for Beltram. And it looks like we'll get a timeout here. For Sachem, 1:53 left. Both teams discussing their strategies here for the final 2 minutes. That goal from Beltram, his 11th of the season, brings the Braves right back to within a goal. Jackson Zub, who leads the team in assists and points coming into this game, getting it done again. He's one goal behind Lovergene as well for the team lead. And that insurance tally at the time by Alex Pelk, obviously looming large here. 1:53 to go. 3-2 lead for Kings Park. Commack out of the timeout. Sachem wins the faceoff. Atkins redlining in. Keep an eye on the goaltender Skillman, and there he goes. Extra attacker on for Sachem. Around the boards, tied up in the corner. Pelk off a glove to the line, over the stick of Atkins and back out. Atkins dances through, 90 to go. Atkins shoots, didn't make it there cleanly. Slowed up for Johnson, who will cover with 1:25 left. Quick change there, allowing Liam Bessendorfer back out as the sixth attacker. Zub back to Atkins. Atkins towards the goal. Lovergene couldn't knock it down. Lovergene backhands one right through the crease. Atkins on goal, scooped up by Johnson. .113 left. Atkins from the half wall sees the traffic in front. He just hammers that through. I'm not sure how Johnson found that puck. KPC still with their timeout here, but they're going to let the play happen. 1:13 left, face off to the right of Chris Johnson. Zub looking to win it back. Comes to the slot. Lovergene's try gets blocked. Pelk reaching for it. Zub kept it alive. To the slot it goes. Back in front. Hen. Zub reaching for it. He jammed it wide. 1 minute left on the clock. Lovergene to Beltram. It got by him. Atkins able to hold it in as it slowed up at the blue line. Back around to Zub. Zub jams it off the side of the goal. In the crease. Still there. Falling back into the net was Johnson, and the puck stayed out. .45.5 left. It'll be to the left of Johnson this time. Beltram lined up at the top of the circle. Neither told to back up a bit there as is Weiss. As it comes free to the line. Across it comes. Atkins looking. Wrist shot. Johnson knocked it down. He may have gotten it with the mask, and he's able to cover. Sachem with all the pressure here with the extra attacker, and it's a long final 2 minutes for KPC right now. 35.9 left. We'll do it again from the same spot. Zub and Pelk to take it. Zub wins it back. To the line it comes. Atkins holds. Wrist shot kicked out. Big rebound. Lovergene didn't get all of it, and it slides back underneath Johnson. 28.6 left. What a phenomenal first game here on the North Rink. To the left of Johnson once again. Tied up this time. Pops towards the slot. Intercepted to the line. Not out. Great stick Atkins. Flips it cross corner. 20 to play. Zub and Neidert lock up. Down it goes to Beltran with 15. He couldn't find it. Beltran at the side of the net. Backhand try off the outside of the goal. 10 to go. Lovergene tried to steer it in front. Neidert just going to pin it to the boards. 5 to go. Sachem trying to dig it free. They won't be able to. And in the month of March, down goes the 1 seed. And you don't want to see this at the horn, as the tie up there leads to some pushing and shoving. But the game is over, and it's the Kings Park Commack Knights who emerge victorious. 3-2 winners over Sachem, handing them their first loss of the season. In a back-and-forth, hard-fought battle between both sides. Sachem everything but the back of the net in the final 2 minutes after they pulled within 1. And it's Clark Beltram's goal that at the time put them ahead by 2. That proved to be the game winner in the middle stages of the third period. Sachem still well locked into that number 1 seed here in the final few games of the regular season. But they'll have that one blemish in the loss category. And after losing the first 2 games 7-2 and 15-1 against the Braves, KPC pulls off the upset victory and will pick up 2 points. And they move to just 2 points behind Northport Huntington for second. And the lead for third, or in front of West Islip Gold in third place. Oh, excuse me, West Islip's in fourth. That lead grows to 3, so a little bit more breathing room there for the Knights. Well, we still got 2 games to go here on the North Rink. Freshman hockey, Sachem East Islip next, and then JV final night of the regular season to close things out. That'll be KPC against Longwood. But for Wally Mitchell, everyone here at LISN, I'm Brady Campbell. Thank you so much for tuning in. The final score in upset fashion. Kings Park Commack Knights 3, Sachem Braves 2. You've been tuned in to Developmental Hockey for the Suffolk County High School Hockey League here on the LI Sports Network.